What's up, everybody, and welcome to The Creator Show, your behind-the-scenes looks at the coolest things on Roblox and the people who make them. I'm your host this week, Jack in the Blocks, and for the third time, our returning guest is ABSTRACTALEX, aka Rucurio, aka Lil Killer, from the mean streets of Canada.
Yep.
From Canada. Back again. You guys know Alex as the creator of Sword Burst Online and Sprint and that new game, Store Wars. You had a hand in Store Wars. Among many other things, he's been an accelerator here and an intern, and he's back again to show off some cool things he's been making, including new studio updates and a sneak peek at a brand new game. So very exciting episode this week. As always, you can interact with this show either in the Twitch chat with the fellow Twitch subscribers. Hi, Twitch chat. We got you right here. You can shout out and we will read questions. Or you can use hashtag Creator Show. Is that down at the bottom of the screen? Something like that. Hashtag Creator Show. And that comes up on this iPad on Twitter. And you can ask questions of Alex, and we'll learn more about him as we see some things. Cool. So, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good. You've been an accelerator.
Accelerator, yeah.
Now you officially an intern right now?
So I was an accelerator, yeah, and then an intern.
And now you're like an employee.
And then
now you're like me.
Went home for a semester and then came back, yeah, intern.
We can't get rid of him. He just keeps right back up. He's here so often that I just kind of was like, oh, he just rolls over. Like Alex again, like keep him around. But it's been great. You've been working on a ton of really cool things and making some changes to Roblox Studio itself, which is, how exciting is that to actually like change the thing that you use to make games?
Oh, it was pretty cool at first, yeah.
At first? Now not so much.
Oh, yeah, I just, do it every day,
yeah. Other Alex, Rex, we lost our Twitch chat screen because the computer went dead and I don't have a mouse over here. We'll figure that out. Hi, Twitch chat. We'll come back to you. But great. So why don't we see what you've been making? Last time we had you on the show, you were showing off the brand new animation editor, which if you guys have not played with yet, you definitely need to check out. It is a million times better than the one we had before. Animation is a lot easier, but you've added a new element to it that makes it even cooler.
Yeah, so last time on the show with Luke was here as well. I was showing off easing styles, and we thought we were ready to ship them, and then there was all of Xbox and everything, and because of that, we couldn't ship them until a few weeks ago. And they're finally out now. So you can take a look at those
December,
too,
right? Yeah, so it's been a while, about 6 months, which for Roblox is actually like pretty short. Like,
it's not too bad,
yeah. We showed you some things like a year ago, and they're still not out. So pretty good. So yeah, let's take a look at easing styles in here. So we're in studio. You've got the animation editor up here.
Yeah. And so we'll take our rig here. So now we got the floor appearing. It's a very important feature. Makes it look a lot better.
Nice. Okay.
So pretty much the same editor that people have had for the last almost getting close to a year since I updated it. But now we've got a new feature, so that's the easing styles. So basically, when you animate something, you can say, why is that not dragging? Oh, I wasn't clicking it. Okay, and you can say, I want it to use an elastic easing style. And so the way you do that is you click on the pose here, and when your animation is playing and it reaches that pose, it's going to switch that limb to use that easing style. So now that's going to turn into a green E, which means elastic. And then if we play this, you can see it springs, which is really cool. And you can do it with all the limbs and stuff. And we actually have a blog article out today. So
blog.roblox.com. Check it out.
Check it out. And if you want to see a lot of detailed information about all the easing styles, you can check that out. They're really cool. We've got demo GIFs of each one. And it's definitely worth a read if you're looking forward to using it.
What's like the favorite thing that you've seen people do with the easing style so far?
Right. So this is what everyone does. They pretty much take all the limbs and they stretch them out like this, because this is what everyone does when they try it.
This is pretty much what I do.
Yep. And then maybe even add the head back a bit, like that, and then set all of them to elastic, because that's probably the most fun one to play with. Like that, and one more, and play that, and that's the most fun thing to do, really.
Like the bounce gives it and so there's more than just elastic, but like what's really nice about these things is we're already seeing people kind of create these animations, and like characters' walk animations have so much more character to them now.
Yeah.
They almost look like old like Disney cartoons where they're kind of like walking to like a music step and stuff. So really cool stuff in here.
Yeah, they look a lot more organic instead of robotic like they did before. So the other styles, we've got bounce, which, what did I put that on? The right arm. So if we play that, you'll see that the right arm kind of bounced out there. We can do that again. So it bounces down to where it's supposed to be.
Got it.
And then we've got a bunch of other things like cubic, constant, and bounce, and linear, which you can read about on the blog. I'll go through them really quickly though. Constant just sets it to what you want. Cubic is a smooth, so you can set it to smooth or go slow, or you can make it start slow and then end fast, or start fast and slow, or kind of like you can do an in-between, which is this option here, which makes it speed up and then slow down to the end. And linear, which is what you had before. And yeah, definitely read about that.
There you guys go. Yeah, so definitely check it out. Play around with it. We actually have some big plans for a Roblox contest around this animator, which hasn't officially been announced yet. But if any of you really like making dance moves and would maybe want to see a dance move become an official one, it might be a good idea to get to work now before we announce this contest. So yeah, that's the only hint I'll give you guys. But yeah, it's all possible now because we have this cool new animation thing. So thanks for coming by and making that for us.
And we can take a look at my new game now.
Yes, I think that's
promised people.
That's what people are here for. Let's jump directly into the meat of this.
All right.
So before we jump into this, kind of what's the history behind Shard Online?
So originally I was making a game called Shard Online, and then right around that time Roblox released universes and data stores, and so I pretty much said just scrap the whole thing.
This is like way back in the day.
This is way back when, yeah. And so I scrapped the whole thing because those features were awesome and my game would suck without them, and I didn't want to remake it all. And then that was around the time I started working on my Sword Art game, and so I pretty much left it to die. And then recently, like in December, I got a team together and we started picking it up again.
Nice.
It's kind of an original concept and just continuing off the old name that I had.
Cool. Who's on the team?
We've got Kevin O is builder and animator.
Okay.
We've got Slevin. It's spelled.
It's
and we've also got Mustage World YouTube. He's like a streamer and he does all the bug testing, so he pretty much breaks it all day.
Oh, so you've got a QA guy
for me to fix. Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a look.
All right. Yeah, let's jump into this.
Actually, we're gonna have some members from the team join us as well to go into the dungeon and take a look at it.
Awesome. As the chat's saying, you guys can actually join the game, but I think Alex has very craftily made it so that you won't get past the title screen. But you definitely can look at the title screen. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, we'll be releasing it hopefully very, very soon. I've been saying that for a while, but I think I mean it this time. We're getting really close, so you can take a look at how close it is now. Hopefully within a week or two we'll have an alpha out. And so this is the main menu. I've already designed my character, but when you play you get to design your character and you can change your hair up and stuff. And we'll hop right in.
Nice.
All right. So right off the bat we're in the first town.
Cool. So we're going medieval style RPG.
Yeah. Pretty generic style. And so over here we've got the tavern. This is where our fellow adventurers are today. They're having some drinks.
Nice. Some root beer.
Some root beer,
some ginger ale.
We're not sure what we're going to call it. We're going to make some kind of plant or something that we're going to put in the fields, like add some lore to it.
Nice, okay.
And so this is the town. We've got smooth terrain, which we originally didn't have, and then we switched to it, and we just thought this looks a lot nicer than anything we've ever.
You're using those the new smooth terrain.
Yeah, that's what really made us switch, because we had it all with parts earlier, and it just did not look anywhere near as good.
That's nice stuff.
And something kind of cool, you'll notice the time changing throughout the game, and that's across all places in the entire game. So if you and your friends are on different servers in different places and everything in the game, you're still going to have the same time of day.
That's awesome.
Which is really cool. And so we've got all our shops and whatnot here. We've already got tons of swords. Our sword builder's made like something like 60 swords already, so I think it's got more than Swordburst already. And we haven't even released it, so there's not going to be any shortage of sword content.
That's awesome. What other weapons besides swords?
Yeah, so we've got a shield, sword and shield over here. You can see on this guy. Looks pretty nice.
Looking good.
We've got daggers over here. Those look really cool. And we've got all these different armors as well, which he actually made all these armors last night because we didn't have any armor. And we were just going to use regular clothing, and he said, no, don't worry about it. I can make some armor, and it'll look really cool.
All right.
And I think they look awesome.
Yeah, these are great.
Look really nice. We also have, here, I'll show you the inventory, actually. So we've got great swords, daggers, shields, and swords for now.
Okay.
And there will be dual wielding, which a lot of people always ask. I can show off some weapons. Let's see. We're just going to... Got to go for the Buster sword.
Search. Excellent.
So here's the Buster sword here. Looks awesome.
That.
That's not a sword, that's a tree.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cool things in here, and then I like this one here, the rapier.
Very nice. Ooh, I like the hilt on it.
Yeah,
Lots
it's got
of detail
wings
work on
and really cool design on that. And then we've got daggers, and there's supposed to be another guy. There he is. He's just joining now. It's a different guy.
So how would you compare this game to Sword Burst Online?
Yeah, so it's similar in the sense that you go around killing mobs, get stuff to craft items, which is pretty standard RPG experience. Something we're going to be doing differently is dungeons this time around.
Okay.
So you'll get to go into a dungeon, and the mobs won't respawn in it, and you basically fight your way through to the boss, and then kill a boss, get a drop, and if you don't get the drop you want, you can go back through the dungeon again, or if you get it, you can leave, and it's to encourage team play.
Okay.
Really, so there'll be like hubs outside the dungeon where you can find other players to go in with.
Wow, all right.
Which is what we're gonna do today with our party here.
So you're going like very traditional MMO setup and really trying to capture all that on Roblox.
Yeah.
That's great. What so far has been the most challenging aspect of this?
Just the pure scale of it, because if you look at a lot of Roblox games, I'm not saying they aren't fun, but they're really simple concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And then to make an RPG that's fun, you have to put so many hours into just to get the same experience as you'd find on something like Mad Games, which it's a really simple concept, but it's really fun, right?
Right.
Whereas with this, to make an RPG just as fun as something like that, you have to put in so much more time and effort and add a lot more content. So I think the hardest part's just been getting the entire thing built.
Got it. Interesting.
And,
how big, like compared to Sword Art, how much larger is this game?
So right now we don't have as many maps as Sword Art because
I guess like the planned scope of it.
Yeah, the planned scope hopefully a lot bigger. Swordburst kind of hit its limit in how far we could scale it, just because I wasn't as good of a programmer back then, and there were some issues popping up with it, and so I figured we'll use some of the new tech that Roblox has made and really improve it. So we're gonna go to the field now.
Yeah, let's do it. If you guys are just joining us, this is the Creator Show. We are checking out an in-development RPG by ABSTRACTALEX and his team, who's the creator of Sword Burst Online, a very popular and exciting Roblox RPG as well. You should check that out if you haven't. What you're looking at is
Shard Online.
Shard Online, which is, does it have a release date?
Definitely not a release date. Alpha testing. We're probably gonna have a paid alpha.
Okay.
Just so that we can get like a small sample size of people trying it out, telling us what they like and don't like. That'll probably be within the next week or two.
Okay.
So really soon.
Is this your first time developing, like doing a group-owned game and developing with a team?
So Swordburst started as a single project, and then I gradually just had people hop on and say, hey, I like Sword Art Online too, which is what it started as, just a fan project kind of. Whereas with this one, we had a team from the start, and we said, if we're going to make this thing, it's going to be huge, and we need a lot of people to do it.
Very cool. Do you have any tips for working on a team for developers out there? Do you have any like programs you use to like keep track of things or communicate?
Right. Trello is definitely useful, just to keep a to-do list of what needs to be done, so you don't forget. And as far as on the Roblox side, Team Create's really awesome, because you can edit the map while all your friends are watching as well.
Yeah, there you guys go. If you haven't checked out Team Create yet, definitely change that. That changed the game. Pun intended. Yeah, that was a terrible dad joke for you guys. Check it out. Over here in the Twitch chat, what we got over here? They're talking to each other. Have fun in there, Twitch chat. Good.
You do your thing.
Thanks for subscribing, guys. We do have some questions coming in through Twitter. If you guys want to ask questions for Alex about this game or any of his other games, you can use hashtag CreatorShow to tweet them out, and we see them right here on this iPad. And I just closed it, so good. We're off to a good start on there.
All right.
People say, first question from Logan is there a plan to have magic classes in your game?
Good question. So not off the bat, but we want to explore with something like definitely archery maybe.
Okay.
I think that'd be really cool. And then magic would be cool eventually. It's really hard to balance though, because you'll see when we're fighting, it's really hit and avoid style combat. You want to hit these things, and you don't want them to hit you like that there. With magic, it's a lot harder to balance that. So I think once we have the initial balance down with melee, we can start working on that. But I mean, it would obviously be extremely cool to have magic in it.
Definitely. What were the inspirations outside of Roblox? Like, what other RPGs do you like to play?
I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy series. Even though those are turn-based, I really just like the story in them and whatnot. I've been playing some of the Ys games. There's YS, I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
And those are really cool. Those are all on Steam and they're not that expensive, so I would just buy all those and play through them.
Nice. So you're more of a JRPG versus a Western RPG fan?
Yeah, I'd say so.
How about like Dark Souls, anything like that?
I've actually never played Dark Souls.
Me neither.
I played Elder Scrolls I really like though.
Okay, yeah, definitely. The Elder Scrolls series is fantastic. You can kind of see that influence in a lot of games on Roblox. It definitely is kind of ones. And that one is definitely, in terms of scale, something to aspire to.
Something I want to talk about actually is in Sword Burst, basically you could use a sword and you could fight your way to the final floor of the game. And you could just use this sword, and then let's say you got a dagger. You could just pick it up and start using a dagger. And it didn't really make much sense to us because it didn't feel like there was a reason to use a weapon. You kind of just used whichever had the biggest numbers pretty much. So something we're doing now is if you look at this stats menu here, whenever you kill a mob, these stats are going to go up. And basically, if you have a sword, for example, like this rapier here, it's got one-handed sword level 1 is required to put this on. So instead of just leveling your main level, which is going to be for health and armor, now you'll actually have to level up your weapons as well.
Wow,
so if you want to use one-handed swords, you need to actually use them to level those up.
Cool. So just like in real life, as you use something, you get better at using it. Cool. I think that's how Final Fantasy 14 kind of does it too. Something similar to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually haven't played that.
Played a little bit. That's kind of like a becoming similar thing, which makes a lot of sense. It gives you versatility without making it so that you're kind of overpowered. You still have to kind of work for it and earn it.
I think we've got the sun rays turned on like crazy, which is when the sun's going down, those are really bright, but those look really awesome as well.
Yeah, sun rays, if you guys didn't see the announcement on blog.roblox.com, are another new feature added to Roblox with other post effects. And right now it has turned many games very, very bright. We'll find the balance with the sun eventually. Yeah, what kind of monster is that?
That is a goblin. It's a pretty standard.
Different types of enemies do you have and are planning to have?
So my mob builder and animator was adding some today, and I thought he just had goblins or something, and no, he had 4 or 5 different kind of mobs that he just didn't mention that he was even working on.
Wow.
And so that was pretty cool. And we're gonna get to see those in the dungeon, and it's getting kind of dark out in the field, so we might as well work our way over to the dungeon anyways.
So you mentioned the day-night cycle. Is there a gameplay difference when it's nighttime? Do more monsters come out? Shops
There's
close?
no difference yet. I think it'd be really cool to have some kind of nighttime thing to maybe even encourage people to go back to the town and do their shopping then. Something that's nice about the town is it has lights, so it looks nicer at night for sure. And we've actually got a weighted night day, so the day is a lot longer than the night.
Okay.
And actually, I had Axis Angle write the equation for that. He volunteered too.
Nice.
Which was pretty cool.
All right, checking out things. Some more personal questions. Deathless wants to know, who's your favorite SAO character?
I think I've been asked this before too.
Probably.
That's a tough one. I'll say Klein because I don't want to say the main character. That's just too generic.
Maybe that. Yeah, main character's too obvious.
Exactly.
Klein. All right, there you go. Super Curvy Lover wants to know, is there anything in common in RPGs today that you hate? That's an interesting question that I'm also thinking about. Anything I hate. So, okay, here's mine, and then you can go.
Okay.
Like, since 2016 now, I hate when, like, there aren't mobs on screen. Like, I like to see monsters and go up and battle them. If it's just going and there's like
Pokemon style.
Like Pokemon style, which is funny because I love Pokemon.
Yeah, it works well in Pokemon for some reason.
In the grass and it's fine, but like
tile thing.
But like when I'm on the PS4 and you're playing a game and there's no monsters anywhere and you're just running through a dungeon and then it like goes through, I'm just kind of like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. I want to see things and then go fight them.
Yeah.
So, all right, I guess mine would probably be, I don't like it when they don't let you make choices in the sense of exploring. Like, I kind of like it when it's Legend of Zelda style, where I can run around a bunch of the map and accomplish nothing, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm forced to follow a path. So I guess I just don't like linear RPGs.
Okay. I got another one. So we're talking about things we hate.
All right.
Turn into a very
really
negative show.
Build this hate.
I hate when a game has tons of armor and weapons and none of it changes your appearance.
Oh, that is awful. I played an MMO like that.
Yeah, and you're like,
I was
why?
like, what? It's 2016.
Yeah,
no MMO should do that.
Change them. But on that note, I also hate when something is way better stats and looks way lamer, and you're just like, oh, I have to wear it. Like, Dylan wants to know, how will the character creation system work?
So hair, face, and skin tone can all be customized. You don't choose a weapon. You will get a bunch of them when you start. So you have all the level 1 weapons, so you can just experiment with those and figure out which you like best.
Cool.
For hair, you can pick 2 meshes, basically. I love the Roblox hairstyles, so I just always add those, and you can mix and match those. Like, I've got the sideways beautiful hair with the anime hair.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they're together, and then it applies a color across them. And I might texture them as well eventually.
Very cool. There you go. 2 hairs is a nice touch. I think that's like makes a lot of a difference.
A lot of Roblox games actually do this. It looks really good. Got some mind goblins here.
So different. I like the particle effect when they die. Also nice glowing crystals. Yeah. How about music?
Music, yeah. So we haven't really hit the music stage yet. We're definitely gonna try and get some original soundtrack in there though. That'd be really cool to have.
Very cool. Original soundtracks are awesome, you guys. So if you have and there's way more music people on Roblox than you would think who are itching to make music, and that's their passions. People like K-Man Song, who's an accelerator here.
Yeah, he's actually too busy to make me music.
He's swamped.
I really wanted.
He got all music famous on us, and now he can't do projects. But there's more people. Even Patrick is also like a musician. He doesn't compose, I think, but he writes music. It's great. So like lots of talent across the board for everything. Also, it's really good when you guys have original music because it makes it easier to like have on the streams and make YouTube videos and put on Xbox without getting copyright things. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, so this is the Creator Show. If you're just joining us, we're here with Abstract Alex. We are checking out the upcoming MMO RPG Shard Online, which is currently in development, soon to be in its alpha stage, where you'll be able to play it in paid access. Right now, you're getting a brand new sneak peek of it. No one's seen it before. This is the first time. Very exciting. We hung out in the town and in a field, and now we're in the depths of a mine.
Yeah, so now we're in the mine. And I'm going to say this now. We're not going to fight the boss today because it's actually got boss mechanics that are cool, so you kind of have to learn what he's doing to dodge his attacks and whatnot.
Interesting. All right.
So I don't want to give those away. So we're not going to fight him today, but we're going to pretty much go through the dungeon close to that point.
Sounds good.
But I don't want to spoil the boss.
Yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, this is a really, really cool
I like the
dungeon on
glowy
smooth terrain.
mushrooms.
We've got
the
some
crystals.
stuff moving down there. So if we take a look, we've got some kind of worm over there with a shell, skeleton, and some kind of necromancer.
Wow, all right. So there's magic in the world, but not currently magic classes.
Exactly, yeah.
Got it.
We actually have a sword swing sound.
Sword swing sound, yeah.
We don't have any sword hit sounds though.
Were those? I didn't see the skeletons. Were there? Are they the
Here they
Roblox
are.
skeleton? Oh no, you
Yeah.
got custom skeletons, so they're a little more human shaped, not our hilariously Roblox shaped skeleton. Cool. So, is there a story to the game?
Not really at this point. We're thinking of maybe adding a bit of a storyline to it.
Cool. And there's some like narrative thread to kind of tie together.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
The reason for all these bosses. Very neat. So did the necromancer summon those skeletons?
No, but that's actually like, so something that's different with this game than with Swordburst is we can do custom stuff for mobs like that.
Okay.
Whereas in Swordburst, all mobs pretty much use the same code, so they all walk up to you and not animated either, and then they just do damage. Whereas these ones, we can put custom code in them,
Nice.
which people will find out when they fight the final boss, so it makes it a little more interesting. So like we can have flying mobs and stuff.
That's awesome. So you kind of already answered this, but it's coming in a lot. People are wondering, what made you decide to shift focus from sword art to new projects?
Pretty much the limitations that I put on myself in that game. I didn't like the idea of following the floor idea that was in Sword Art of clearing floors, because that was every time we wanted to make an update, we pretty much had to make a new floor, which was a lot, and that's all people cared about. So we kind of wanted to make a game where people could care about more than just new floors to clear. So we'll have dungeons as well, which don't have to be as big as a floor. We can have a lot more in it. We've got new weapon types as well, so it'll look a lot nicer.
There you go. So more versatile and
Exactly.
broader in scope. Cool. We've got some other ones in here. Lots of people can't wait to play. Will this game be on Xbox?
We definitely want to put it there. I mean, it looks like it would be a perfect console game, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Are you developing it like with Xbox in mind, or you're mapping like?
With in mind, but not first. PC
Okay.
first, because that was our plan when we started development, but maybe even tablets as well.
Really?
It actually is almost fully playable on a good iPad right now.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
That's super impressive. I would have thought, looking at this game, that it would not be playable at all.
With yeah, there'll be new optimizations coming out for mobile as well. That'll definitely help with letting this game run a lot better on mobile.
There you go. So all you mobile fans out there, I'm not sure how many of you are watching the show, but there's certainly a ton of you out there. That'll be exciting. It does. The skeletons do have an Army of Darkness feel to it. Got that same look. None of them are playing the flute though. That's a reference to a movie you guys are too young to have seen.
I mean,
We're too young to have seen it. Like, my parents like that movie.
yeah.
Thanks.
It's not no sense.
Next question: will you have PvP or just PvE?
Yeah, so that's something that's changed as well from Swordburst, is that we're not going to have open world PvP. A lot of people seem to hate that in the last one.
You just get shanked every time you
Pretty
run
much.
around.
Could bully other players, and so we're probably going to have just arenas. So it'll be like kind of
Okay.
it'll be like a circle basically, and if you step inside the circle, you're fair game.
Got
and
it.
People can do what they will with that.
Cool. Yeah, PvP zones are nice. So is this the boss up here?
This is like not a boss, just a stronger mob, I guess.
Okay. An orc kind of guy. Him. Oh, he's got a different gait. His walk.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. These animations are.
This
pretty
one's
cool.
a little bit work in progress, but the other
It's
ones are
worth
pretty
being
cool.
kinda, You
Yeah.
can see it already that it's like They're coming in. When you were like, I got this game, it's still early in development, I want to show it off, I did not think it was going to be like so much in here. This is awesome.
It's a bat.
Oh, nice.
For some reason I can't hurt him though.
Uh-oh.
So there's the in development. You just jinxed it right there.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this game's running perfectly. Yeah.
Gonna run away from him.
That's a good plan.
Just run through the bats. It's like in Pokemon when you go through a cave, you just run from the Zubats.
Yeah,
Don't bother fighting them.
So you just load up on repels before you ever get into caves. Zubats.
See if my friends make it through. As long as you can run faster than your friends, you're pretty much safe.
Swarm around all your buddies. You know. If you're just joining us, this is the Creator Show. We're hanging out with Abstract Alex, checking out his upcoming game, Shard Online. You can ask questions by tweeting #CreatorShow at us, and I will read them to him. And you can ask him anything, stuff about this game, stuff about his past games, stuff about his personal life. I might not read those. We've mentioned Pokemon enough times that someone has asked, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Arcanine.
Nice, that's a good one.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
that's a good choice. Yeah. It's nice. So you a 151 fan then? Like
Yeah, I mean, I
originals?
grew up on the Nintendo 64 with like Pokemon Stadium,
Stadium.
and Pokemon Yellow was my first game.
Nice.
I didn't play it on the Game Boy though. I played on the Game Boy Advance, like SP. I
Okay.
think that was my first handheld.
SP was great. That was one of my favorite things. Little clamshell. Very good. What was the first video game you ever played?
Wow.
Yeah.
I probably would not remember that.
What was the first video game console you owned?
Nintendo 64, I
Okay.
think.
Sounds about right. Yeah, awesome. GoldenEye, yeah. Yeah, what were your favorite N64 games?
N64 games. So Pokemon Stadium was really cool. I think NHL 97.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't even a hockey fan, but I just liked playing that game.
Games are good. But yeah, I had like a soccer game I had like World Cup soccer on the N64 and was like not into soccer at all.
Yeah.
But, like loved that
It was
game.
a great game, right?
Yeah. Wreck people. Pick Germany every time. People are very excited about this. They would like to know if there's a timeline for when it will go into paid access.
I want to release it for paid access within a week or two for alpha.
Oh, all right.
And then that'll be more expensive than the beta.
Okay.
And I mean, we've got to get content in. If we let everyone in right now, I mean, you can see there's a few bugs and stuff. It's looking pretty good, just a few things to fix. But if we let everyone in right now, they probably would play it for like maybe half an hour, and then they'd run out of things to do. So once the content's in, we'll have we want to release alpha at like at least 20 hours of gameplay.
Okay.
Beta with at least 40 hours, and then release it with hopefully 50 plus.
There you go. So yeah. So this summer you will be getting to play this game
Yes.
in there. Any price point?
Alpha, I'm thinking maybe probably 100 or above, and then for beta, 25 or 50.
The base one. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So not too bad. No Meadows Ranch coming in at 1,000. Love you, Meadows Ranch team. Most expensive game on Roblox. X Shadows wants to know, why did you change your name to Abstract Alex?
Mainly spelling.
Spelling. We were talking about this before the show that we couldn't figure out how to spell his name, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, no, a lot of
And your
people
name is
couldn't.
actually Alex.
A lot of people couldn't pronounce it or couldn't spell it, and we figured it was just easier to change it. And so I'm walking back to the entrance. We got to the boss room, but we're not going to fight him because
No boss spoilers.
no boss spoilers. He's got some mechanics. It took a while to make, so kind of want people to discover that for themselves.
Rikamon wants to know, how long has this game been in development at this stage?
Since December, pretty much.
Okay.
That's
Like
when-
working pretty solidly on it since December?
Definitely some dead time around exams, but yeah, probably at least by each team member, like 10, 20 hours a week, yeah.
Wow, all right. So
So a lot of man hours in there, yeah.
there you go. Um,
I'm liking that ambient music you've got going
Yeah,
there.
yeah, this is pretty good. Lots of they're like just a stream of questions. They're just like, when's it coming? Just good. It's good that you were getting
Yeah, I like
this
to hear
response.
that,
Okay, here we go. So James wants to know, what was the first game you created on Roblox? Is it still open? Can we go look at it?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I think after we do this, we are going to go check out the first game Alex created
So
on Roblox.
like a 6-year-old girl messaged me the other day with like really, of course, really bad spelling and everything, and was just begging me to open the game back up. And I don't even know if she was born when I made it. So I'm not sure how she was asking to play it, but I said, sure, I'll open that. And
It's kind of like going back into the yearbooks.
Yeah.
Bring out your old yearbooks.
Yeah.
I think it might
totally.
actually be 6
Let's
years
show
old.
out. This is like the Roblox equivalent of showing your baby photos on air, is to show someone's first game. Most of the guests are like, oh no, that's closed. It's long dead. Sorry. And we'll be like, hey, we found it. And they're like, no.
No, I've definitely re-uploaded stuff all over the place.
So you mentioned bosses. Will there also be mini bosses?
Mini bosses, yeah. My mob builder definitely wants to add those. And so I kind of just let him have free reign with mobs and let him do what he wants.
Very cool. All right. So yeah, I think we should definitely see your early stuff. We should go way back, because the
Start
last
looking
time,
at
the
the early
first time you
stuff?
were on the show, I think we hung out mostly in Swordburst.
Swordburst
And
and
some
some
Sprint.
Pokemon as well, I
Oh
think.
yeah, we did see Pokemon. That's right. I forgot about that one. But I don't think we went too far into that. When did you start on Roblox?
September 2009.
All right. So you've been here for a
So,
while.
yeah, a long
You've
time
seen
ago.
A lot of changes. What was your first game that made it to the front page?
So that's the game we're going to play.
Okay.
I'm not going to say the name, I'm just going to click play on it.
Okay. We'll just quickly. Oh yeah, we'll hide it. We'll go. We'll show us so they don't see your screen, and then we can just jump in.
All right, I'll say bye to these guys. Thanks for helping me on that quest.
Guys, enjoying a drink after a hard fight.
All right.
So it's on us.
Hiding
so,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off screen right
Okay.
Yep. All right, so we are, because James asked, we are going to check out Alex's earliest game.
So I've actually got,
You have a lot of things in here.
yeah, I've got a lot of things. So there's the original shard stuff there from 2014 and before. All right, I think this was, I'm going to say the first game I made that was on the front page that was actually a game. So
Oh my gosh.
we're not going to just play the base plate with a house that I made, but
Yeah,
we'll play the
yeah.
first actual game.
So 2010.
That's when it was last. I think that's when I activated it again, or maybe I made a fix.
Okay, but it's actually from like 2009.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So this definitely looks like a Roblox game from 2009.
I think all the UI, yeah, in 2010 I updated the UI to have these black boxes, which I thought looked a lot better than the typical ones, but
All right, so you've got it's a virtual pet game.
yes, so you would pick a pet. So we're gonna go with a tiger.
Obviously.
There's our
There we
tiger.
go.
So he's gonna follow us around maybe. Oh, you have to tell him to follow. There we go. So we're gonna get a house as
He's
well.
got like elastic too.
All right,
All right, so get your house.
it's got a house.
Your dog house right there.
And then
In
tell
the
him
bedroom.
to tool mode. I don't think the tool works though. Yeah, no, that's long dead.
So how long did it take you to build this?
Maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right.
Yeah, development time's gone up as games get better.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
What was the process to developing your first game? Like, how did you start with scripting? Did you just kind of jump into it? Did you dismantle like
Yeah,
models?
the
and
wiki
stuff?
was really terrible then.
Yes, it's got a lot better.
So it's a lot better now. And pretty much just dissected free models and looked at them, and then one day it just clicked. Like I kind of understood what I was doing, but not really. And then one day I kind of totally understood what things meant. And then pretty much after that I started making games. So what else could you? Oh, so yeah, these legs I could say sit, and then the legs go through the floor, and you can sit. Then you can lie down as well
Just
and stand back up.
This is
There we
great.
go.
This is so quintessentially Roblox. So, you guys, if you're on your first game and you're making something and you're looking at games like Shard Online and you're like, I'm not this good, no one starts that good. Like, people come, like, from years. So this is 6-7 years
Yeah.
of development, and like you can see the thing. And if we go through Pokemon and then Sword Burst and stuff, you can just see the improvements every time, which is why we like to kind of go back and do these things. Doing it backwards this time, which is a little jarring, but yeah, this is super fun. So were you a big like kind of virtual pet fan? What made you want to make a virtual pet game?
I think the fact that I could. That's pretty much all I knew how to make. Yeah, my next title was a lot more in line with what I make today. It was my second popular game.
The back then, like, what was your favorite game to play on Roblox?
Pirate's Life.
Pirates.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
There you go. Is anyone out there like remember that game? Got a few people from back then. I like that. You know this all because you can bring all your gear into it.
Get a Lamborghini
so
sitting
now
here.
the games just like become crazy. That guy bought a Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting Robux off
All
of this.
right.
You're getting them VIP passes.
And your pet will follow you.
I want to like get a game like this on the front page, like a concerted effort to like fill the front page with like old Roblox, like this bring back old Roblox event, and just see if we can't like get thousands of people to do it with us. That'd be a lot of people. We would need like literally everyone watching the Twitch show to like jump into one of these games. But I think we could do it. All we would have to do is set a badge that gives you a free hat.
Free hat.
Free hat if you come into Alex's old virtual pet game.
There's a giant dog on the club.
Gotta have a club.
Of course.
Yeah. My so like when I first made my first Roblox game when I first started, because I was like, you gotta do it. I put a club in there because I was like looking at all these games. I was like, if there's not a club, no one's showing
No one
up.
plays.
And it has to have a
You
light
have
up
to
floor.
the dance floor, yeah.
Have the dance floor. And then also I had swords in there, and you could kill people, even though it was a tycoon, because that was what you do.
Exactly.
So it's a
You
Roblox
can
game.
still do that in the most popular
You
tycoon
still-
right now.
You
Yeah.
still can, yeah. That's still a thing. It's those things those like quintessentially Roblox things that make this platform so interesting. Your cloud, awesome. Let's go through some of your other stuff.
Second most.
We've got 15. Yeah, we got
Second
15
oldest
minutes
game.
left. Let's see what. Yes, another old
All
game.
right, want to hide it?
Yeah, let's hide that. If you guys have any last minute questions for Alex, you can use #CreatorShow on Twitter to ask them, and I will read them at him. Skeptic Cat, another question about Shard Online. How many dungeons do you think that you'll have in the game?
All depends on how long people keep playing it, pretty much.
Yeah, because you're going to keep adding them.
Yeah, exactly.
Infinite dungeons is your answer. Cool. Do you have a plan for like? So you showed us a mine and there was fields and stuff. Do you have plans for other like kind of biomes in the world?
Yeah, definitely. Especially just because it's fun to mix it up a lot.
All right. So now we've got.
This is Wizardopia here.
Okay.
So you can get potions if you have the VIP, and you would pick a class. So like ice, and then you get a book, and then you can use Q&E to switch spells. So like boulder turns you into a boulder, and then you roll.
Nice. All right. So this is Fairy Tale online fighting.
Pretty much,
but
yeah.
like back in the day. So there you guys go. In addition to inventing Sword Art Online, he also invented Fairy Tale.
I invented Fairy Tale, yeah.
Shonen Jump better watch out. I really copied him. There you go. So like pure combat.
Yeah. There wasn't levels or unlocks or
Oh, they
anything.
found you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Send a boulder on top of them.
Are those particle effects? Did you add particle effects to it?
I think
Or
those
is
are
that-
just sparkles.
Oh, just the normal
just
sparkles
normal
that used to be on there.
sparkles,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay.
All right,
The
who we got?
original particle effect.
So we've got some people here that we can roll into, and you can see it damages them. And it's really fun because attacks also like fling people. So it was really fun to just get flung.
Imagine it's getting hectic. We'll see how long it takes for everyone else to figure out their spell books. Oh, it's starting to get crazy.
We got freeze. You can freeze them all in place.
And what year was this game?
2011, 2010 maybe.
Okay. I like your trees.
Oh yeah, the cherry.
The cherry blossom
Yeah.
trees.
And of course the thumbnail was made over there. That's how we did thumbnails back then. You just aim the camera at it.
Yes, yeah. Let's go.
Let's check out some of the other spell books.
Nice. Neat. So what was the inspiration for this?
I'm not actually sure.
Just like wizard battles. Are you a fan
This one's
of
pretty fun.
fantasy, like
People who touch
films and
this go
books and
flying.
stuff?
I think I had a Harry Potter thing for a while.
I think everyone kind of had a Harry Potter thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a,
And we weren't
no
allowed
shame in that. Harry
we're not-
Potter's great.
aren't
I'll
allowed-
still like Harry Potter.
Can't make Harry Potter games on Roblox, right?
No, you
So
cannot make Harry Potter games on Roblox. That was the saddest thing. I looked for that and they're like,
yes,
nah.
anyone who touches that goes flying, which is pretty funny. And they get slammed into the ground.
Just like what happens if you make Harry Potter games.
Yeah, you go flying and then the lawyers slam you into the ground. Cool. So people are basically like putting in requests for what they want to see in the game. So I'll just read
Okay.
some off, and you don't have to answer whether they're going to happen. Lots of people are asking about guilds. They want guilds.
Guilds, right?
So people are asking about cooking and like crafting.
Crafting, definitely. We didn't show that off today because we kind of had some cool gear on already, but crafting is definitely going to be in it, as well as shops. And not sure about cooking. We tried that in Swordburst, and we didn't really follow up with it.
Okay.
So people were mentioning magic. It might be cool to have like a healer class or something later on.
There we go. Let's see. Sam's asking how many weapons,
Tons.
tons, and how many weapon types. There was sword.
Sword, shield, dagger, and greatsword. And so daggers you can dual wield, swords you can dual wield, or use a sword and a shield.
There you go.
And we had spears.
And that's just for starters.
We had spears, but we did a vote, and people wanted two-handed swords more than spears.
Okay.
So we did those for now.
I can see that. Yeah, so like no limitations, what other types of weapon classes would you want in there?
I really want to do a bow and arrow class. I think that'd be really cool. I know that the other guys on the team want scythes.
Science.
I think that
All right.
that's almost like a buzzword when it comes to RPGs.
Yeah, that's very
Um,
cool. You say, right, like, not sure how many people actually battled with scythes.
Probably not many.
Probably not.
And
Farmer
Yeah.
tools. Yeah, I guess farmers, if they had to pick up something, they like had that. And then you could have like dual wielding sickles.
Dual wielding sickles. And magic maybe. That would be past release though.
Any like clubs or maces, great axes.
We'd probably just recycle the sword animations for something like that.
How about a whip?
Too much,
throw things in
too
there.
much animating on that, I think,
And
for
some,
each
and
weapon.
some interesting physics that you'd have to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
There. Let's see. Oh, for those of you who are trying to play Shard Online and are stuck at the starting screen, that's on purpose. They've programmed it so that you can't get past that. But enjoy it.
And please
'cause
don't
it's nice.
dislike it.
Oh, and please don't press dislike because that's on purpose. It's not broken. It's just not open yet. In fact, click like. If you like the starting screen, like it. That's it's a risky strat.
Yeah, thought about that, but I mean, all our time goes into making it work. I think about 2 minutes before the show, we added the mobs into the maps, so really last minute.
Chris wants to know, what is your favorite Roblox game?
Oh, that is tough.
That's tough. Mine changes like daily.
Exactly.
What's like the most recent Roblox game you played where you're like, dang, that's cool?
Most recent, okay. Still just as tough. I like Laser by Master of the Elements.
Okay.
It's
I
like,
haven't checked that one out yet. It's only launched.
Yeah, it's on Xbox, I think now. He's doing a good job with it. And it's like parkour and shooting laser guns and stuff with swords.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome right out like that, yeah.
Pretty cool. Are you in like shooters? Have you checked out Polygons yet?
Polygons is pretty cool.
Polygons,
I like
Polygons
the art style.
is Rex and I don't do a lot of work anymore because we play Polygons. So the Twitch channel is just going to turn into like a show about Polygons.
Yeah.
It's like,
Polygons Weekly.
yeah. Rex got good too.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good. We should we'll have a challenge. Beat Rex. That used to be an element of this show. I think it was when you were here. I think we did it with Sprint, where like we put people in the game and have them actually play against you specifically, and it was like a beat the creator.
Beat the creator.
At the show.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we've got about 5 minutes left. Any last thing we want to show people? These are awesome. I'm loving seeing your old games.
Yeah. Not
This
sure
is
if I have
this is
any
great.
other
I
ones.
would still play this now. This still totally like fits in. Like aesthetically looks like very classic, but just like a free for all combat game is still very much a style of Roblox game that's popular. Yes. And I like it fits a lot of people in here. I like that there's so many people in here using powers, and yet it doesn't feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's good balance.
Yeah. In there. Oh man, that guy got wrecked.
Skeleton.
No.
Oh.
Chris also wants to know, how long did it take for you to get good at creating games? Which is an interesting,
How long did it take to get
subjective
good?
question.
I mean, you always get better, right?
Yeah.
So you just make better stuff as you go on. I mean, you can't just say,
Correct.
all right, 4 years from now, I'll make a good
gonna be
game.
good,
It's not going to
yeah.
work like that. If you tell yourself that, no one wants to spend 4 years doing it.
There you go. Constantly getting better all the time.
What
Yeah, sorry.
year are you with making games? When was your first year?
2009.
Right. So yeah.
So
it's
7 or
year
6 or 7 years now.
And that's committed effort. You're
Mhm.
like making games constantly, whenever. How much like hours a week would you say you spent like when you're first starting like making games?
Through most of middle school and high school, I think all I do is just come home and play Roblox. And then, so probably something ridiculous, like 40, 50 hours a week.
Sound all right?
Full-time job in it.
Pretty much, more than a full-time job.
Oh man, people are asking about sites. They wanted sites. Sox Fusion likes your voice.
Thank
It
you.
is a good voice. It's
Don't hear that
it's
often.
deceptive. You don't think that voice is gonna come out. It's like Rick Astley in a good way.
In a good way,
Like,
yeah.
Where like you look at Rick Astley and you're like, okay, and then he talks and you're like, whoa, all right, good on you. What's your favorite anime?
Favorite questions.
Lots of favorites. Pick one out of all of the millions of.
Okay.
Should we ask for like least favorite? What's your least favorite anime?
I have no idea. I just stopped watching if it's bad. Most favorite.
What's in your Crunchyroll queue right now?
Oh my God. Even harder questions. I think Ethan and I, we pretty much, or that's Sharksy and I, we pretty much watch anime every night after we develop. And then we just finished Robotics Notes, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's by the same people that did Steins Gate.
Okay.
We were watching one about something Cabaneri. It's like trains and zombies and what could be better, right? And
Trains and zombies. All right.
it's actually really good. Trying to think. Yeah, not sure. I guess I'll just say Sword Art Online
Sword
because
Art Online. there you
that
go.
led to some good things for me. So
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Final question. What is your favorite game that you've made on Roblox? Kind of like picking your favorite kid.
yeah.
Well, if he doesn't say the one that he's working on, there's a problem.
Well, it's not done yet, right? It can't be the favorite yet.
You gotta pick the youngest one, right?
Yeah.
I think this one probably.
This one.
I've tried to remake it so many times. Like in my huge list of places, I've got 2, 3, 4, and they never go anywhere just because
All right. So you keep coming back to this.
I don't know what I want to do to change it up really.
Interesting. There you go. This is awesome. Cool. So that about wraps it up for the Creator Show. I want to thank Alex for coming on for the third time. It's always awesome to have you on here. You're always working on great things. Super cool to have you here in the office a lot too. Thanks to all of you guys for sending in questions and making the show interactive. Super fun when you do that. And thank you for not closing your old games and showing it so that we can see it. If you missed any of this episode, we're going to replay it so you can check out all of Shard Online. And if you are excited about it, stay tuned. Should they follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, definitely.
Abstract
it's the best way to stay
_
updated.
Alex for updates on Shard Online. It launches in alpha this summer, and then we'll move into beta, and then we'll get a full release. So paid access this summer. You guys can check it out after they add more content. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, special thanks to all the guys that were helping test Shard. I won't list off the usernames. There's a bunch of people there, but
there you go.
Thanks to them.
All your team effort. Super cool. Cool. I'll see. Maybe more questions. I'm gonna do one more.
More and more. All right.
Do you like sports?
Actually, Luke and I last weekend decided we were going to become licensed skydivers.
Wait, what? Okay.
So, yeah, we took off a few days from work because you could only do the training during the weekdays, and I have 22 jumps now, and he's got like 17.
Are you serious? Is there a photo of you doing this?
No, my instructor has all the video, but he's got video of it all, so I'm going to get it next time.
That's insane. Okay, next time Alex is on the show, we will have footage of him and Luke skydiving. We definitely will find that. We're going to work that into the Twitch channel.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Like I said, if you missed any of it, we're going to replay it, so stick around right here. And we will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. for an episode of The Next Level. It's super awesome. You don't want to miss it. We're also going to be playing a brand new unreleased game that no one has seen before. It's super cool, but I can't tell you what it is yet. So secret. Yeah, that's right. Have an awesome Thursday, you guys, and I'll see you back here. If you haven't yet, hit that purple follow button. We are trying to get to 150,000 followers, and when we do, I have a lot of prizes to give away to you, but I can't give them to you until we hit that. So 150K, free prizes for all of you. Do it. All right, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Peace out, guys.